It's a special occasion, and special occasions deserve special treats. Like brownie for my brownie, brownie for my brownie. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a minute, right? Today is a very special day. Not only is it Saturday and the sun is shining, it's not cold. Why? Like, what kind of winter is this? But at the same time, it's also a special day because it's my bestie's birthday. Hey girl, hey. She lives in the UK and I live here in Mukushi, so it's really far away. And I just told her I would be celebrating with her from all the way over here, so I thought I would make you know anything to justify baking brownies. Honestly, I promised myself I wouldn't be making these brownies anymore, but I couldn't resist doing it this one last time. We'll see how long that lasts. But yeah, for about a month I've been making this recipe like almost every day. I've been baking a batch of brownies. I know, super unhealthy, right? But it's a recipe from allrecipes.com and it's super easy to follow. I'm going to link the recipe down below, but I'm gonna like talk you guys through it as well so you can see just how easy it is. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Shout out to my bestie because I'm really proud of her. I tell her this all the time, but sometimes it feels like I'm just saying it, but honestly, she's accomplished a lot. She's a wife and a mother to 2 beautiful babies, and not only has she been like a great mom and a great wife, but she's also like just recently started coming into her own and doing stuff for herself, which I am like so here for because the world deserves to have more of her. And she recently started blogging, and she's got a beautiful site called Bamayo Zambia, and I'm just going to insert a clip right here of her explaining what that's all about.
Hello everybody, I thought I'd just make a quick video to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Princess Green. I'm the founder and CEO of Bamayo Zambia, and welcome to this journey, this family, this group of incredible people, because you are all incredible people. I hope that you can learn and grow and fight to end the stigma against mental health related issues in Zambia. And I hope something positive comes out of this for me and for you and for all of us.
Yeah, so please check her out on Instagram, Twitter, though I don't even know if she's using Twitter. She's on Instagram, and read her blog. She's got an amazing blog, so I hope that can help you guys out. It's amazing what she's doing. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. So you melt half a cup of butter. And then you add 1 cup of sugar to that, and you stir it up. You then add 2 eggs and beat those in. It looks a bit like that. So to that you add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. I'm just gonna use the lid to measure that out. So that's 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I don't think you can ever have too much vanilla, so I'll add a little bit more. Just stir that in. Now you add the cocoa. So you need just about one-third of a cup of cocoa. So let me just see how much that is in tablespoons. 1, 2. Yep. So you have about 3 tablespoons, so that's 1/3 of a cup. So I'm using the same cup that I use for the butter, so it's accurate measurement. Stir that in. And I already turned the oven on, so it's going to be preheated. I actually never used to see the point of preheating the oven until I started doing it. Then it made a lot more sense. It's so funny. I don't know if it's because I said, let me just turn the camera a little bit so I can sit down. I don't know if it's because I said I was baking these in honor of my bestie, but I keep on thinking about the ingredients that make a good friendship. It's like, first of all, consistency is key. Like, a good friend is someone who is consistent regardless of distance, regardless of status in life, regardless of where you're at or how much you've achieved. A good friend will be a good friend regardless, and I think that's really important. I'm literally looking at the consistency of the brownies, so yeah. And even in the same way that there isn't only one way to make brownies. For example, there's so many different kinds of brownies. It's the same thing as a friendship. There's so many different kinds of friends that you can have, but it's important to identify what kind of friend you have in a person. There's friends that are good for your health, and then there's friends that are not healthy, relationships that aren't healthy. And I think that's a whole other topic in itself. I'm not going to go into it, but you have to find, if you find that you can't depend on someone regularly to be good for your peace and good for your life in general, then it's just better to cut that out completely, cut that person. Okay, I don't know, what am I saying? But you really have to identify what that person is bringing to the table. Literally, what is it that you benefit from the friendship, and what are you giving into it? Are you 100% committed to making this thing work? I don't know if I'm talking about the brownies or friendship, but yeah, I found with my bestie, regardless of how long we've been apart, as soon as we're back in the same room, we're instantly back to where we left off. We're constantly we can be out of touch for, remember there was a time we were out of touch for quite a while, but as soon as we got back in touch, it was we picked up right where we left off. And I think that's really important in a friendship. Half a cup of flour. So I actually used to make these brownies with proper cake flour, but I'm out of that, and I bought bread flour, but I found it actually works still, so it's not too bad. And in my opinion, it's a bit healthier. Is bread flour healthier than cake flour? I don't know. But in the same regard, a friendship, it doesn't have to be perfect for it to work. There's different things you can get from different people. So just because a person isn't, who's perfect, right? Just because a person isn't perfect doesn't mean you should cut them off. It's just when it becomes unhealthy is when things need to be considered. Do I want to actually have this friend in my life? Ooh, this looks so good. It smells divine. Divinity. I think that friendships, because this recipe is so divine, like I said, friendships need to be God friendships are good friendships. And I've come to find that it's really easy to have friends that they're really cool and they are successful in certain ways, but if they don't know God, and if that friendship is not from God, then it's hard for you to do and accomplish your purpose if you're constantly surrounded by bad company. The story of Ruth, and how they her and her how her sister-in-law, when their husbands died, Ruth was I'm gonna stay with my mother-in-law, I want to stay with Naomi and walk with her. And Orpah, on the other hand, was nah fam, I'm out. And that was fine because it wasn't their purpose. But if they had walked along, or if Orpah had forced her purpose to be along with Ruth and Naomi's, then I feel like that would have hindered their relationship. So, you know, friendships that are from God are amazing, are great. Yeah. Okay, we're almost done. Final things to add. So we need to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. That's about right. Just sprinkle that in. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna do one. That should be about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna spray the pan. This mixture makes about a small tin of brownies. So if you want a bigger batch, you can easily double up the portions. Although I found that when I did that, it tasted a little bit different. But when I made the 2 batches separately and then mixed them together and then added that to the tin, it tasted the same as one mix. But yeah, so I'm just gonna pour it in to the tray. And you can see it's like a really thick, it's quite thick. Okay, so there's still so much of this stuck to the bowl, so I'm just gonna scrape that out. Give me a minute. You know, I've thought about something. Like, you know, when I was adding the salt, all relationship advice and friendship advice should be taken with a pinch of salt. Not that you should be skeptical of it, but, you know, you don't have to take all advice at face value. You need to discern whether that's for you or not. Because I think about, like, you know, there's so many cliche sayings about friendships and relationships. One of them, which I don't know if I still, you know, there's that saying, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I've come to disagree with that a little bit. Like, there are people that I've known in my life that have come into my life. Well, I believe that all the people that have come into my life have come into my life for a reason. But I don't think that they're mutually exclusive. Like, it doesn't mean that if someone's come into your life for a reason that they aren't there they can't be there for a season. Like, there are seasonal reasons. And at the same time, you know, people that come into your life for a reason, you know, if that reason, like, it shouldn't be, you know, once you feel like, for example, I'll give an example. There've been friends that I had, like, say in high school, right? And I grew out of touch with them, but it still bothered me that I was out of touch with them. It was like, you know, you could easily pass that off as like, oh, they were probably in my life for that season, and now that we've grown and you know, live in different places, maybe that's all it was ever meant to be. But I just disagree with that, because they're people that I truly value and love so much that I've had to fight to keep them around. So if I just take that advice for that friendship at face value, it's easy to say, yeah, well, maybe they were just there for a season, and let go of the person. But I believe that all relationships, regardless of, like, you know, how close the people are to you, all relationships take work. Actually, one of my friends said that to me, so thanks, girl. But, like, you know, relationships, friendships take work. They're not just as easy as they were when you were 5, for example. So if you're not putting in the work, then don't expect to see results for that friendship. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this in the oven now. It's ready to bake. Okay, and that needs to stay in the oven for about 20 minutes, so I'll be back after that. Yeah, do the pork test. Yep, that is definitely done, so I'll put it to cool down. Perfect every single time. While I let this cool down, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. So there you have it, guys. I am officially done. I have my coffee and this perfect tray of brownies. I'm going to try not to eat them all myself. And yeah, I'm just gonna go and enjoy this while I watch a cheesy rom-com or something like that. Maybe a horror. Try switch it up. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to my video this week, guys, and I will be back next week with another one. Bye.